of the day is victim. Alexa, max volume. Alexa, what is the definition of a victim?
The noun victim can have a few meanings. 1. A person who suffers from a destructive or injurious action or agency. 2. A person who is deceived or cheated, as by his or her own emotions or ignorance, by the dishonesty of others, or by some impersonal agency. 3. A person or animal sacrificed or regarded as sacrificed. 4. A living creature sacrificed in religious rites.
Thank you, Alexa.
Reporting live from Spiritual Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
I wanted to formally apologize for my behavior yesterday. I am truly sorry, but I was a victim of this microphone not being charged, and I still am. Reporting live, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from Spiritual Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
Okay, this word has been thrown around, especially since narcissistic. The narcissistic theory has been very prevalent in our society. You know, everybody labeling somebody a narcissist, using gaslighting. And I saw this post on Instagram. If I can find it, I'll put it in this video, where it says the pop culture narcissism and the real narcissism. We've been using it all wrong. Okay, victimization. I am a type of person to where I don't or have not ever consciously attuned myself to that type of vibration. Even if I was a victim, I never wore that as a coat. I think in 2025, being a victim comes with a lot of benefits. And it don't matter what situation it is. Whether it is a natural disaster, there could be benefits if we had a better government. That you can obtain if somebody beats you up. You know, as a victim, you garnish sympathy. You know, you are embarrassed by someone else and you are a victim to their actions. Therefore, you harness sympathy, or you could get some money in the court system that way. I don't know what has happened in my generation, but I feel like people are using that energy to persuade narratives in their direction. I think people are using that energy to weasel themselves out of situations that they cause for themselves. I think people are using that energy in a way that makes real victims not able to receive the reciprocal energy of helpfulness that they truly deserve, because we are polluted by stunt queens who use victim to allure or to change a narrative. And 9 times out of 10, the narrative that you're changing is a narrative that you wrote for your damn self. I'm also a creature who doesn't succumb to the pitiful energy. I do not pity you unless you are that ignorant, okay? Like if you have a level of ignorance that's scary.
I realize that it's a little bit political in this game.
Then I will pity you. I feel bad for how dumb you are. But I feel like we are all dealt a hand of cards. I choose to play my cards correctly. Yes, I've had a lot of trauma. Yeah, I've had my heart broken. Yeah, I've had family members say certain things to me. And here recently, I had a fan, you know, do what she did. There's stuff that happens to me. But you never be like, woe is me. I will dissect my emotions for entertainment purposes and for living testimonial purposes. But I will always show up and pretend like nothing is happening, or I will deal with my shit myself. I'm not a beggar either, okay? Like, so I feel like the beggar energy, and we've discussed that previously, and the victimized energy run hand in hand. Because I'm supposed to perceive you as a victim, I'm supposed to willfully want to help you. Monetarily, 9 times out of 10. Okay? And I don't know about you, but like, I'm over it. I'm over it. If I embraced the victimized energy that I could have throughout my livelihood and the trauma that has preceded in my life, then I wouldn't be sitting right here in my dream home with my dream fans. Somewhere up in there, you're making a choice. Or somewhere in there in your life, you weren't taught that you're strong enough to overcome any circumstance with just a little bit of faith, a little bit of magic, and a whole lot of belief. And for that, I do feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, and I have to get out of this thing of holding people at my standard, okay? It works well with work, but it doesn't work well with socializing with others. You know, I hold people at the respectful standard. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Open the door for a lady, even though I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Who dresses like this? You can ask my girlfriends. I believe in courteousness. I believe in a generalized aspect of respect, but as I turn 35, respect is not a universal language that people understand. But for me, I've always been the type to pick myself up by my own bootstraps, if you will, okay? And I hold people at that standard because I got clients who survived cancer, who are running multi-million-dollar companies right now. Somewhere in their life, they said, this disease ain't gonna take me out and they're gonna be smart on everybody, and they did that. And I feel like we all have that in us. And if you need help being reminded of that, I got you, but don't come to me complaining about your life. Okay, you can ask my clients right now. Don't come to me like that. Come to me with thought-provoking questions I can answer to accelerate you out of the victimized or beggary mentality that you are in. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't be too proud to ask for help. Okay? But I'm also that type of person, too. I will struggle before I ask for help. But I will ask. I know the feeling of how it feels to ask, and I will summon that energy if it's necessary. You understand what I'm saying? So let's not go overboard and be too prideful to ask if we need assistance, right? But also let's not victimize ourselves like we're all damsels in distress all the time, because 9 times out of 10, you caused the situation that led me to whoop your ass. And that's a whole nother topic that we're not going to talk about. But first, I need you to understand victimization. We then will talk about people who create a situation so they can be a victim in it to garner sympathy and or manipulate you. That's a whole nother topic of conversation. But first, understand, a true victim has suffered something. Okay? Truly suffered something. Truly suffered something. A true victim. Okay? That does deserve the earnestness of our spirituality. That deserves the health spells. That deserves our courteousness. I deserve. It does. But the way I'm going to help you is to tell you what you can do to get yourself out your own situation. Okay? And we also got to be very mindful of fucking up karma. Because a lot of us want to be Captain Save a bitch, and the next thing you know, you going through what she once went through. Well, guess what happened? The energy jumped on you, boop, boop. Victims. I hope you understand. That's my interpretation of it anyway. What do you feel about it? Let me know in the comment section while I throw this bitch to break.